Hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike We Play video. My name is Adam and this is my friend Tarron.
Hey buddy.
You're bringing in some Wave 2 of the Kickstarter that Catalyst Games Lab did for BattleTech, and you're showing us what?
The Heavy Lance. Last time we did the Heavy Battle Lance, this is the Heavy Lance.
Heavy Lance.
Just plain heavy.
Just plain heavy.
He ain't heavy, he's my brother.
Right, so in this box set, may I borrow that?
You may borrow
I'll
that.
put it onto our little
In this box set you get the
Super Cam.
Banshee, the Grasshopper, the Centurion, and my favourite, the Hatchet Man. And that's why I bought the box.
More axes.
More axes.
Quite a good little box, isn't it, actually?
You can't ever have too many axes, buddy.
No. So that's 35727 if you're ever shopping for it. 35727 is their box reference number, which we haven't really done. So, unbox, mate. Let's take a look.
Some music while you wait.
Cards.
I do like that Hatchet Man.
Of course you do.
Reminds me of a frog for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's the sensor domes and things on his head. I keep looking at it and thinking of frogs. There we go.
Alright, so. If you can sit, that Banshee's tall.
Yeah, he's not a small boy, that one.
He's big.
He's pretty big.
Alright, there we go. So, what tonnage do we have for everything? Hatchet Man was what, 45?
Yeah, 45 for the Hatchman. I always remember my Hatchetman's weight. 50 for the Centurion, 70 for the Grasshopper, and 95 tons for the Banshee. But we are in a heavy lance, so you know,
That makes sense.
it makes sense. But let's do as always and start with the little lads first, which means my favourite is first. And it's very, very cool. They've done a really, really good job with the Hatchet Man. I love it. I love it.
There we go.
He looks good.
He's in mid chop.
Yeah, he's got the classic Hatchet Man arm in the air pose.
Yeah.
I think all of the variants that I've got, like miniature variants, not actual game variants, like the miniatures that I've got have the arm up.
Yeah.
Which is, it just makes sense.
It does make sense. So I think this guy had an AC 10 as one of the main weapons, which
Sometimes
is nice.
an LB.
LB, yeah. But that's nice because you can use some of that fancy, all the different ammo types. We've done videos on those, so go back through our playlist because you can see all the different ammo for autocannons.
I'm pretty sure he gets 2 tons of ammo as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure he has 2 tons.
Yeah, that's nice.
Which is good because you can, even with the standard variant, you can take 1 solid and 1 cluster.
Yeah.
You don't have to have an LBX gun to fire cluster ammo. You can take cluster ammo in a normal one. I think you get some modifiers and things, but it's pretty good.
LBX Neg 1 or something? Which is
Something like that, yeah.
Neg 3 against VTOLs and stuff. You can't anywhere near it.
Yeah. But that's I mean, you run in, you get really close, you whack them with the hatchet, you blast them with the shotgun. It's quality.
There we go.
I love it.
Brawler. Size 2. So it has jump. That's right. Remember jump now.
The Hatchet Man usually has jump.
Yeah. AC 1, melee weapon. No overheat option on that one.
No.
That's okay. And for an extra 4 points, you can overheat one. Has case, flak. So that'd be the LB version.
That'll be the LB version. I think it had a few lasers on it or something.
Yeah.
That's where the overheat
pretty
comes
solid.
from. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So talk about the pilots. Who we got first there?
We have Athena Kramer.
Athena Kramer.
4-3 pilots, Sergeant with House Steiner, 7th Donegal Guards. muscular woman who loves to brawl in and out of the cockpit. Was appropriately assigned a hatchet man and has worked hard to master the melee weapon. Become a terror on the battlefield, and the hatchet has seen a lot of use. So a 2-cost ability called Zweihander may make a 2-handed attack in front arc with melee weapons. All actuated damage modifiers for both arms apply. A successful attack inflicts 1 extra point of damage per 10 tons of attacking mech's weight. 2 for active TSM.
Oh.
Attacker must make a critical hit check against the arm holding the melee weapon. If the attack is unsuccessful, the attacker makes a piloting skill roll as for a missed kick to avoid falling damage. Wow.
So with a single-handed weapon, you can choose to do 2. Like if you're holding
yeah, so the
like stuff like the clubbing attack. Right?
Like you're doing a 2-handed attack. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's really cool. I mean, it's dangerous, but it's quite cool. 45 tons, so you're doing 9 points of damage with a successful hit for a standard attack.
Yeah.
And this will give you another 5 points because you round it up, I'm pretty sure. That's 4.5, so it might go to 4. But it's at least another 4 points, which is 13 points.
Yeah.
It's either 13 or 14 points.
Well, you'd add it all up, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You just add 1 for every 10 and then round it from there. So whatever that works out as.
Yeah. So I'd probably go with the 4 because they don't give you a rounding thing there.
Ooh. Whoa.
That's insane. That's doing the same damage as the Axeman with a pilot in it that does 1 extra damage. Good lord.
She's angry. Piloting
I love
3 is
it.
not too bad either, so chances are she's going to be hitting fairly often.
I mean, you have to make a critical hit against a check against the arm with the hatchet.
Yeah.
And that's sucky. That's not good. But as long as your roll isn't 8 or better,
yeah,
it doesn't
matter.
You got nothing. So that's fine. But what happens if you roll a 12?
Your arm falls off.
You rip your own arm off.
Oh.
Oh, crap.
Oh
my god, that is so cool.
Hilarious.
I haven't seen this one before. Sorry, I'm geeking out
over
it.
That's even
awesome.
better. That falls on the hex, you could pick it up.
Can use it as a club.
She'd be angry enough to she'd pick it up. Well, she'd be 2 hands to do it because it's a club attack. But one of your mates could come. She'd be really angry and just tell a lance mate. They're not going to argue with her. She's so angry. Pick up my arm and beat it with someone.
That's so cool. And if she fails, she has to make a piloting skill roll like missing a kick, which sucks. But again, that's brilliant. I love it. So actuated damage modifiers for both arms. So you wouldn't even try and pull this off if you've taken any actuated damage.
No.
More than 1 actuator in the other arm, you'd just be going, no, okay, I'll stick with the 9 points. But the potential to do more points of damage than a 65-ton Axeman with your single, I like that.
That's nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
All right. I've focused on her far too long. So here we go.
Shibuyaku, is it? Shibuyaku. House Davian. First Robinson Rangers. Okay. So they're the ones on the border with the Draconis Combine.
Oh, okay.
They don't particularly like them.
No.
A long history of...
he's got like a tiger stripy...
Yeah, they have a red and black colour scheme.
Oh, really?
Cool. Yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
Very cool. So he's a 4/5 pilot.
4/5, so he's pretty average. What's he got? Melee Master for 2 points. May attempt 1 extra punch, kick, or club attack per physical attack phase. Probably go for the kick with a piloting of 5. I know you got an axe there, but I don't know. Whichever's good doesn't really matter.
But you could do an axe and a kick that way, or an axe and a punch.
It says an extra punch, kick, or club attack, but not a hatchet attack.
Yeah, it doesn't say hatchet, but that they might mean that you can use a physical weapon. That would be one that would probably be asked a lot. I wonder.
Definitely.
Because you wouldn't give it to a hatchet man. You wouldn't give it to a pilot in a hatchet man unless you could use it with the hatchet. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, true.
Right? But it's possible that they mean that they wanted it to be that you could use the hatchet and then do another physical attack. Because normally the hatchet is the only physical attack you can make.
Well, I do a hatchet and a punch, I think.
Hatchet and a punch, or if you're desperate, a hatchet and a kick.
Hatchet and a kick.
That's 9 points of damage to the full thing, and then 9 points specifically to a leg. Presumably, you make your rolls, which with a 5 you're not always going to.
Still pretty generous. I like that. Yeah, he's not bad.
Not too bad, but she's just.
That's great.
That's awesome.
All right.
I haven't seen that one before.
Pop her back in
Very
there.
cool.
So we got the Centurion next. Let's have a look. I like the
Yep.
Centurion, so let's have a look at how he.
Centurion
out.
is 50 tons, and he looks awesome. He looks like a Centurion. It's very, very cool.
Wow. Oh, he's even got the little fake mohawk thing on the top.
Yeah, the helmet crest thing on there, like gladiator style.
Oh, yeah, and it's got a medium laser hole in the back, so that's
There you
cool.
go. I want
There
to
we
point out that the Hatchet Man has 14 different variants.
14
And
already.
14, and the Centurion.
He must have a few.
If I've read Sana Master Unit List correctly, he's got 14 variants, and the Centurion has 26.
What?
I'm gonna have to look that up again because I'm just like, that's insane.
6. It's
He's
been
got-
around a while. I suppose the Hatchetman has too, but
Yeah,
I guess it comes down to how common they are. The Centurion is pretty common design because it's quite robust. There's a detail in there too. That's nice. That'll come up really good.
yeah. It's a really good looking mech. They've done really well with it.
LRM 10 and an AC 10
Yeah.
again. So you got your special ammo, which is nice.
He had a really good mix of weapons, if I remember correctly. Most of the variants had it.
Wow, that is there. That's nice. Very nice. Okay.
So there's, if you look on Master Unit List, guys, you probably can't see that properly, but you put in the name of the mech in the search thing, and it comes up there, Battle Mech, and there's 26 variants of the Centurion Battle Mech.
Oh gosh.
And they're all Centurion Battle Mechs, but there are some that are 55 tons instead of 50 tons. So I'm assuming they're a special, like an upgraded variant.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Probably. Yeah.
But even with those 4 taken out, there's 22. And then you'll have a couple that are like named variants. So there's the Yenlo Wang.
Yep.
There's
That's
3
probably
variations.
the most famous one ever.
Okay, well, there's 3 variations of the Yenlo Wang. So even taking 7 out, which is 3 for that Yenlo Wang one, and then 4 for the 55-ton Centurion, there is 19. So there's 19 variants of that particular mech. And that is really, really cool. I like it. Having a lot of variants means you get a lot of value for that miniature.
Well, that's right. Yeah, lots of choices. If you're not really big on designing your own mechs, if you've
That's
got
it.
something that's got like 20 to pick from,
Yeah, well, that one suit this particular mission that I'm playing.
So 28. Same picture. I think they meant to put a red picture on one of these, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. 28 points. Case, flak, yeah, indirect fire. Yeah, so an AC 10 and an LRM 10. So you've got lots of ammo options on that design.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
And that the
pretty nice.
LRM and the AC10 are the good, nice, medium sort of mid-level things.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of punch, but they have the weights condensed kind of thing. They're really good. Really good. And he's a solid, well, skirmish brawler. He's solid in his rolls. Very good mech. All right, so let's look at our pilots. We've got a 4-5, which is average.
Yeah.
Bodil Garrick
Garrick. And who's he with?
with House Marek. Garrick with Marek.
Garrick with Merrick.
He's a lieutenant. Son of 2 members of the famous Rolling Thunder Company.
Okay.
Assigned to the 5th Regular Hussars. Learning the responsibilities command. He has Sandblaster with the LRMs, which is a lovely, lovely ability.
Yeah.
I love it. So when rolling on cluster hits, you get a +4 to the cluster hit table for short, +3 for medium, and +2 for longer extreme. It's really good.
Yum.
I love that. You get them up nice and close and then just sandblast them off.
Yeah.
You get that with an LB thing, it's really good, but even with LRMs, it's solid stuff.
Well, you take some of that ammo that gives you penalties on your cluster table, so you can really get the benefit out of it. Yeah, that's good. That's really nice.
That's quality. It's a really good ability, and it's a 2-point one. And I think when you pick it, you pay your 2 points, and then you have to pick a single weapon system. So if you wanted to get one with an LBX and an LRM, you could have a 4-point pilot that has Sandblaster with both. That would be cool.
Oh yes, that would be nice.
Okay, so we got a 3-3 pilot called Trevor Coyne Mallory.
Coyne? Oh.
Coyne.
Bruce Mallory.
Yeah, Bruce. Trevor Bruce.
Sounds refined, doesn't he?
He does, Trevor Bruce.
Trevor Bruce.
Mind if he call you Bruce to keep it
With
straight?
his Foster's can.
He's, oh my God. He's a captain with House Davian. Dear oh dear.
Another Davian.
Nicknamed the Professor.
Oh, this would be good.
Multiple degrees and often has a technical book in hand, even when he's in his mech? I don't think so.
A tech manual, maybe.
Maybe. His deep knowledge of military history has served him and the Addicts DMM. Oh yeah, the Addicts Draconis March Militia more than once. Next assignment is expected to be the NAIS. The battlefield, he is a calm and controlled leader, making it hard to rattle him. Tactical genius, which we've seen before. But basically, if he's your commander, you get to re-roll your initiative.
Nice.
Which is cool.
Makes sense. He's a smarty pants.
He's a smarty pants. He's
smarty
a
pants.
Slightly better pilot than the other guy as well, which is good. But I like that mech. It's a very good mech.
Yeah, it is.
And I've had some good luck with that one in the computer game too, actually. The Centurion. It did quite well for me in the initial missions for the Harebrained Schemes BattleTech. Very, very cool.
It's what do they call it? It's the village bicycle. Everyone's had a ride or something. Every house has had a ride of it.
It's a solid,
it's good
medium mech.
So I've got Grasshopper here. That must be the next one, right?
Grasshopper is 70 tons, and there's 12 variants of the Grasshopper.
And it's a nice mech too.
It's a good solid mech, and if you want a heavy mech with jump, this is a quality one to go with.
Good spread of weapons. I
Yep.
remember it was energy weapons, a lot of them, and a few sort of ballistic.
Yeah, and I think he had a couple of like specialized variants in there that went more missiles or more energy or something like that.
Yeah.
But with 12 variants, you're looking at some
Take your pick.
solid choice.
Yeah, that's good.
I think it had a pretty good communication system as well in the lore. I can't remember now.
Which is those quirk things.
Yeah.
If people play with quirks, you could use those, but we've never really looked into it.
No.
We will. We'll get there.
Oh,
So
I want to.
so much stuff.
I want to start bringing them into scenarios as well.
Yeah.
Because it's a good way to mix up your scenarios, is just say, well, you can all have X number of points to spend on quirks and abilities. And just go, well, okay, we're doing the same mission we did, but here you go, here's 9 points.
Yeah, now you've got to deal with this and that.
Yeah. And that scout or breakthrough scenario changes radically when you get something like Zweihander or Melee Master or something like that on one of these mechs. Some of the melee combat ones that we've seen have been pretty insane.
Pretty brutal.
But Sandblaster.
Sandblaster's nice.
And the commander, the tactical genius.
So we got the 5H Grasshopper, 37 points. It's skirmisher, no overheat, 3, 4, and nothing at long. So it's a bit of a short range. Indirect fire 0. I think it was an LRM 5 it had. So
yeah,
you got I think it was a 50-50 chance of doing a damage. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I think the Grasshopper's got the LRM thing in its head.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's that. Right,
that's why you've got the weird shaped head.
Interesting. Like it fires off in
You got all that smoke and everything where your cockpit is. It seems like a weird weapon to put
You'd
together.
have it. Well, actually, yeah, you'd get a lot of smoke and stuff, wouldn't you? That's
It's like,
probably why it's got good
Did I get
communications.
it? Did I get it? I don't know.
Probably why it's got good sensors and communications equipment and stuff, because it can't see half the time.
I didn't have. Yeah, no, it has jump on both sides. That makes sense. Okay. First one, 36 points. Skirmisher 3-3 has some long range. 1 point at long, no overheat. Anti-missile system.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, you like this name. Here you go. I'm going to let you pronounce it. Tarron, tell us about the pilot.
Huayru Belovsky.
Hey, why not?
There you go. Or it could be Huayra Belovsky. It's Belovsky.
Belevsky?
Yeah, I think it's
Russian?
Belovsky.
Oh, I don't know.
It's Bell of Sky.
Belovsky.
Like Catherine of Sky. Sub-Commander. 4-4 pilot. House Liao.
Nice.
Ashara's Grenadiers. Okay. Newly assigned, young, eager, and ready to serve. She's always open, friendly, and chipper, but lacks any political experience. And comes across as being somewhat dim. Aww. Regularly talks. Raise suspicions that she's a mask agent herself. Okay. She has a gift for piloting a grasshopper and has caught opponents off guard more than once. She has Speed Demon, which sounds nasty. Add 1 MP to running and 2 MP to sprinting movement, but may not make weapon or physical attacks that turn.
But if you need to get somewhere, that's...
So she can get herself into position really quickly.
Yeah.
Really quickly.
How many points is that? That's
2.
2? Okay.
That's only a 2-point skill. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like that. Akira. Ooh.
Akira.
I rewatched that not long ago.
Oh.
Akira Uchiyama. It's a Kashira rank, whatever that is, with Curitans. 4th Pesht regulars. Hatred of the clans is consuming him. Only survivor of the company after the Smoke Jaguar Savage the 4th on Tarnby.
Yeah.
Constantly training and reading everything he can on the clans. That was a chuckle of, okay. You know what happened on Tarnby, obviously. Looking for anything he can exploit next time he faces them in combat. Learning how to use his grasshopper's mobility to its utmost. Superiors are keeping an eye on him in case he cracks under the strain. And he's got Jumping Jack, which we've seen before, I think. So reduces attacker movement modifier from +3 to +1 when firing after jumping. Yeah. And that is brilliant.
Yeah, that's nice.
That means you can jump and only have a modifier equivalent to if you'd walked. That is brilliant. I love that one. Love it.
Very good.
It's not as good as Zweihander, but it's, no, it is. It's brilliant. Really it is really, really good for any mech with jump. Consider that one because I mean, that extra 2 points can be the difference between hitting and not hitting, easily, very easily.
That's very nice. They did a really good job with that. I like that.
I remember seeing him in the 3025 TRO.
Yeah.
And going, oh, he's cool.
Yeah.
I like the missile thing in the head. It's quirky.
Well, it's nice to have something in that empty slot because if you get a critical in the head, I'll take as much as I can get because I don't want to get shot.
You want as many things as possible in there to take away from the cockpit.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want to recall.
No ammo though. Don't put any ammo.
No.
Whatever you do. All right.
Unless it's under the ejection seat because that'll help you.
That'll help.
Yeah.
Who needs explosive bolts? So this little friendly fella here, isn't he cute? He's the nicest. He's a 95-ton death machine called the Banshee.
Yeah.
And I remember him being quite OP. He's full on. There are 20 variants of the Banshee. I dare say there's some named variants in there. I'm going to double check this one again because obviously I can get this wrong. But
does it have? Just have a look if it has any royal keyword or something. Because there was.
Oh, okay.
There was all these royal versions of mechs. I don't think it was around then.
Weren't they like early
They were
Starlink
early
variants?
ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So they're all 95 tons. So I'm going to assume they're all the same
have a look.
mech.
I'm looking at it myself, and I was like, well, put it under the camera, man. We want to have a look too. There it is.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there that have a name after them, which means they probably are a set variant, like the is it the Centurion that we had that had all those named variants. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 named variants out of those 20. So there's 15 other variations on this. And you are able to use the named variants. Don't let us put you off. You can 100% look that up, get a record sheet for it if it has it, pay the battle value, find out what the pilot's abilities are and all that sort of stuff. You can definitely do that. It doesn't discount them. I'm discounting them because, I don't want to do that. I want to use a stock variant.
Because they're fun.
Yeah.
Some of the stock variants have their little quirks of design. I would have changed this and done that, whatever. But take it on the field, have a bash with it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I want to point out that one of those named variants is the Banshee BNC 3E El Guapo.
El Guapo. Doesn't that mean the fat? El Guapo means the fat.
I always thought Guapo was for a beautiful man. I had a friend who knew Spanish, and she taught me Hola guapa, ¿cómo está?
Oh, El Guapo or El Guapo? Which one?
It's guapo.
Guapo. I'm pretty sure that means the fat, but I don't know. Maybe
it's GUAPO, but I don't know if that's guapo or if it's guap. So somebody who speaks Spanish can tell us there.
My information comes from the Three Amigos though, so that's going way back there.
Yeah, no, I'm going to discount that because I'm pretty sure with most languages that aren't English, you get like a male-female variant. You get a gendered variant of a thing. And I'm pretty sure guapo is the male variant of beautiful because guapa is the female variant.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Right.
I think.
Well, that sounds
someone who
nicer.
speaks Spanish properly can put that in there. But
Yes.
this is of the beautiful man, if I'm reading it correctly.
I'd ask Google, but
and no, you don't want that showing up in your history, do you? There's enough talk.
How do you say the fat in different languages? All right, so we have he's a Juggernaut, 45 points for Alpha Strike.
Nice.
Sounds about right.
Juggernaut sounds spot on.
4, 4, and 2 damage with an overheat of 2 option. Lots of armor, lots of internal, and no special rules for that side.
Just big guns.
So the 5S, which I think was the later version.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. This is a sniper. 4, 4, 4 all the way along with an overheat 1 option. That's nice.
That'll be PPCs or something in there.
Yeah.
Or long range lasers.
Yeah. Rear weapons, which is nice. Less internal structure, but still the same amount of armor. So maybe it's XL engines or
probably
that sort of thing. 42 points. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
It's okay. All right. So there we go.
Brawler and sniper are pretty much his.
Yeah. Well,
focus.
it sounds about right. It's not fast, but it's got lots of guns and that's what you want.
And we got Millie Shiloh is a 4/4 sergeant with the Nahal Raiders Mercenary Company. Millie looks like everyone's grandmother because she is one. Several of her children and grandchildren serve in the Raiders. Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Turn to her for advice, sympathetic ear, or an impartial judge. The regiment's children, she is Nana Millie. Read some stories or bake some cookies. On the battlefield, she can shoot or brawl with the best of them. She's got melee specialists. I'm picturing my nan in the cockpit of a Banshee shooting people. It's not hard to do.
You two break it up.
Yes. I was going to say she would have been on the communications channel. Right, knock that off, or I will blow your head off.
That's right.
Seriously, I'm not aiming for the legs anymore. She has melee specialist, so she gets -1 to her physical attacks and a +1 damage for successful attacks.
And that's all right for a 95-ton mech.
For a 95-ton mech, you're looking between 11 and nearly 20.
So what's that? Yeah, 19 goes to 20 or something like that.
Yeah, that's insane. That's just insane. Don't let her kick you.
No, just stay away.
Stay the hell away from her.
And who else have we got?
Royce Steiner. So another named one, which is insane. We had Adam Steiner before, didn't we?
We did, yes. Well, Steiner's pretty common, I imagine.
Oh, there you go, yeah. So 3-4 pilot is a Hauptmann with the 1st Royal Guards.
Nice, okay.
Okay. Distant cousin of the Archon. Equally at ease in the ballroom as the battlefield.
But are you a crappy dancer or you're a good dancer?
Despite his surname, little interest in politics.
Nice.
Yep, okay, so he's got Range Master Long, which we all know and love. On a Banshee, that would probably hurt somebody very quickly.
PPCs and Gauss rifles and whatever else. Yes,
Long range auto cannons and things.
Yep, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Thank you. 2 points, is it?
Even
Skill?
2 points with that skill, yeah. And even when you get in close, it's still. I'm pretty sure every variant has some sort of backup. Like short range lasers and things.
Yeah.
That's insane. Very nice.
SRMs, I think. It looks like an SRM6 on the
there you go.
shoulder there at least. So that's lovely. That is nice. That's
a quality.
That's a nice sculpt. And then some nice cards with that guy too.
Yeah. And look at the little detail on the knee
I know.
pads there.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Madness. A little bit of old line on that one.
Ooh.
It's alright. I usually don't notice, but there's a little bit of.
If that's all it is on just that one little spot.
There's a bit there and a bit there.
All right, on those 2 spots. And that spot,
You get your hobby knife and then you won't ever even notice it
done.
again.
Yeah.
It's done. It's finished.
If you hack too far into it, it just looks like battle damage, so it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna say you be real careful because he'll blow your face off if you're not.
Yeah.
He'll go you.
Well, that's nice. That's a nice box set.
That is a
Heavy lance.
solid lance as well. That's like, I mean, the heavy battle lance was full on assault range stuff. That's like you're walking forwards and just blowing the poo out of things.
Yeah.
This one's got a little bit more variation in things.
But these designs, like you were saying, there's so many variants of it. A lot of the houses, and you could justify any of the houses having even some periphery areas,
Yeah.
mercenaries, like corporate defense groups.
Yep.
It's quite good. So
And
that's a box set worth getting.
Yeah. This one would be solid because a lot of those are old school, like 3025, the original BattleTech sort of mechs.
Getting in that
which
era.
means that you've got all of those variants as they go along. They're trying not to leave them behind in the actual flow of the game. I mean, lore-wise, they're from Star League forward, obviously, but in the actual timeline of the game, the 3025 readout book was the first one they did, I think.
Oh, one of them. Yeah.
It's one of the original ones. Yeah. So, and these guys, I'm pretty sure were all in there.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of variants in there. So if you're looking for some good solid mechs and you want some bigger ones, this is a quality lens. Quality lens.
That's a great box set. I like that. Yeah, I give that. I know you're going to give it a thumbs up, but I give it a thumbs up too. So
I give that 6 thumb. If I had the extra arm,
I'll lend you one.
give it another one.
There you go. Inner Sphere Heavy Lance.
Heavy lance.
Thumbs up. That's
Absolute quality.
35727 code. Look it up. Buy it. It's good. If you like this video, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you on board. Leave some comments if you've got this box set. Let us know how you went with it. Any sort of memorable games and whatever, especially with the pilot cards. Like not many people have used the card. Well, that we've spoken to. I'm sure they're being used out there. But
If you are looking for variation in your scenarios, then consider the same scenario you've been playing, but chuck 1 or 2 of those in.
Yeah.
And I think you'll find they're pretty full on. They change it radically. But yeah,
There you go.
all good.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye guys. We're doing support next. I've had my 2 melee favourites. Now we get to do my PPC favourite.